Welcome back to the JSFL. We got after week 9 before week 10 podcast with your commissioner slash commentator, Josh Waxel. And my voice is better, so I will be commentating Thursday night's game. So, yeah. I had strep, but I'm good now and ready to record again for the JSFL. So, let's go over the recap. Week 9, Thursday night primetime was the Power at the Gila Monsters. The Power 20 win. The final score was like 20-14, which that was obviously I thought was going to be the best game of the weekend. Honestly, there were a few good ones. Houston and Musicians. Houston and New Orleans was good. Power and Phoenix. Detroit and Phoenix was good. Can't remember three other ones. The others might have just been blowouts. Oh, even Kansas City and Minneapolis was pretty good. So a lot of really good games this week. I don't know. But let's jump into it. 20-14. Deshaun Richardson, the Detroit Power on a 5-game winning streak. They're really looking hot right now. Teps takes their second loss after losing in week 2 to LA. So what was that? They had a 6-game win streak. Yeah, they had a 6-game winning streak. So they were super hot, and they fall to Detroit. Really good game. Both sides had their ups and downs, but good win in all. Power cleans up their mistakes, doesn't have a big mistake, and they actually got a win. So it's a really good team too. So yeah, Power trying to fight for that second seed in the bye. Natives at Predators for your 1 o'clock game. Natives absolutely just dominated. I watched the highlights, so I kind of know the scores. I think most of them 45-13. The Natives destroyed the Phoenix City Monsters. Kurapo had 5 touchdowns through the air. He's doing really good right now, Kurapo, and he's trying to lead he's probably going to lead his team to the playoffs, unless they somehow lose all their games, and maybe they won't make the playoffs then. But it's looking pretty bright for the Seattle Natives right now. And for the Predators, they might need to win out to keep their season alive. So, rough area there for Atlanta. Also, I have the whole schedule for the rest of the season out, so we're going to go over that in a little bit. I actually already have my predictions on, I think, who's going to make the playoffs going off the schedule. We'll get back to that after the recap. Then we got the Businessmen at Bats for our other 1 p.m. game. 27-13 is your final. Phillips could not. I don't think he had. Yeah, they're not. I'm pretty sure he had 1 pick to 0 touchdowns. Not a good week for Phillips. He did a pretty good against Phoenix's defense, but New York, they shut him down and put him in his place. Henry Gurnett, he's off and on, but this week he was on 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Good for him, and really good for that quarterback situation. Maybe they do keep Henry Gurnett around for a long-term situation. We'll see. I guess for Gurnett, maybe he has 1 more starting year in New York. Who knows? Helps them with their draft needs. Then they can target better positions than quarterback. Plus, I don't know if this is the draft you target a quarterback. Unless Chad Harrison falls to New York, then you take him. But yeah. Then you got Enforcers at Musicians for the first 4:15 game. 16-17. New Orleans making a comeback. I think it was 6-16 if I'm not mistaken. But New Orleans, that last drive, I think there was like 20 seconds left, and Skies threw the touchdown pass to Flowers. And what a catch by Flowers in coverage. That's why they keep him around. And that's why he's a starter in front of Bishop. People are like, oh, Bishop's better in the red zone. No, Jesse Flowers, he's just dominant. He's dominant in every category. He's a better deep threat. He's an obvious vertical threat. I mean, that man can play wide receiver, how much of a vertical threat he is. So, yeah. Then you got, but actually, I want to say this. Houston is looking like a decent contender. So, I don't know. They're looking pretty good. Let's see. We got Fishers at Wind. 35-30 was your final. It was a really battle of both offenses. Both offenses were high scoring. Dackerson against Cal Shooter, the rookies. But Dackerson proved that he was the better rookie, which I think everyone kind of knows. But Cal Shooter probably has a little bit of the better weapons, but Dackerson also has them. 2 good passing offenses and good rushing games too. But Fishers just pull out. And then Earthquake at the Pirates. I thought this would be closer, but the Pirates aren't looking like they're going to get any more wins this season. It's between them and the Bats for relocation. I think every other team is out of it. No, 3-5, or 4-5. So yeah, pretty much every team's out of it. Almost. It's almost impossible for a team besides Charlotte or Cleveland to be relocated at this point. But yeah, Earthquake dominated the Pirates. I think it was like I don't was it 38-7? It might have been 38-7. But I don't know. It wasn't good. Foster dominated. Kendall Hastings. He needs a better offensive line. Honestly, I look at some of this tape stuff, and the offensive line. He has like under 3 seconds to throw sometimes. It's unbelievable. But yeah, then we got. That's it. So let's go over the rest of the schedule. Actually, we'll go at. Yeah, no, we'll go over it right now. Actually, mix it up. Actually, no. Actually, we're gonna do this at the end. But I'm gonna tell you. I got this figured out. I'm gonna tell you what I think of. I've already looked at the schedule, and I think I know what teams I think are gonna make the playoffs. But I'm not gonna tell you what the schedule is. I'll just tell you what I think. So the number one team I think will be New Orleans. Then number two I think will be Detroit. Wait, let me look at this. Yeah, number two I think will be Detroit. Maybe Phoenix you can throw in there. Three will be Phoenix. Um, four will be New York. Five will be Seattle, and six will be Minneapolis. Believe it or not, Minneapolis' schedule gets a little bit easier than the rest of the 4 and 5 teams down the way. So I think Minneapolis ends up. I actually have them winning out the rest of the schedule. So I think the Fishers will make the playoffs to 7-5. That's my take. I do like Houston more than Minneapolis, but I think Minneapolis just has the strength of schedule in this situation. So yeah, I guess we'll get that later, but. Alrighty, let's go into the standings. We're not going to go as much in depth because I have a draft, a mock, 4-round mock right now. So I'll show you that. So we're just going to talk about it for like 10 seconds each. Number 12 is the Cleveland Pirates. Not looking good. Probably going to be relocated. There you go. Number 11, the Charlotte Bats. Inconsistent. Not good. Not too great. Number 10, I still have LA Earthquake at 4-5. They shellacked the Cleveland Pirates, but they still haven't looked that great. I think what are they like 2-5? Wait, they started off 2-0, so they're 2-5 in their last 7 games. That's not that great. Atlanta Predators at number 9. Did not look that they got beat by the Natives like badly, and that just shows that they're really not contenders this year. Number 8 is the Kansas City Wind. Fought hard against the Minneapolis Fishers, just couldn't do it. They've content with some of the better teams in the league. That's why they're higher than the other 2 4 and 5s. Number 7, I have the New York Businessmen. They kind of got beat by the Natives like a couple weeks ago, but they got a win this week and got pretty convincingly, I guess. Yeah, it was pretty convincing. 3 of their wins are against divisional teams, so that kinda they're 1-5 out of the division. You can put that argument, and yeah, maybe Kansas City's better than them. I'm liking New York right now. 6, I got the Minneapolis Fishers. Yeah, I told you guys I like Houston better, but Minneapolis they did beat Kansas City, which is pretty good because Kansas City has competed with some of the better teams. So Minneapolis, and they also beat Seattle on week 1, so it's pretty good. Number 5, Houston. They put up such a fight against New Orleans. That defense is amazing. That offense can strike at moments, but just couldn't get it done, and that's so sad to see. But they've content with with 2 of the better teams in the last 2 weeks. Heck, who have they played in the last 2 weeks? It was New Orleans this week, and last week it was the Kansas City Wind, where they won actually. And week 7, who did they play? They played the Pirates. Yeah, they played the Pirates. Oh. Well, yeah, maybe that wasn't a better team, but they still beat them. So 2-1 the last 3 weeks. Plus, they almost beat the New Orleans Musicians, so that would have been 3-0. So you could argue that the Enforcers kind of getting a little hot at the moment. We'll see if they can ride these last 3 weeks into the playoffs. We'll see how it helps with the schedule. Pretty hard schedule. Then you got at number 4, I got the Seattle Natives beating the crap out of the Atlanta Predators. But I have Detroit higher than them. They're both 6-3. I just think Detroit's been super hot. Seattle's been hot, But they have lost some pretty easy games earlier in the season. Plus, sometimes they're not consistent. Neither is Detroit, but they've been pretty consistent recently. 5 wins in a row, so we'll see. On number 3, I do have Detroit Power. They're on a roll in steamroll. Well, not they're steamrolling. Yeah, they are. But they beat the Phoenix Steel Monsters, and that is really good. I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure Seattle didn't beat the Gil Monsters when they played them earlier in the season. So that's kind of gave me what put Detroit ahead of the Natives. Number 2, I got the Phoenix Gil Monsters losing to Detroit. Put up a pretty good fight. Only 7-2 team left, so I kind of had to put him here. And number 1, I probably, even if Phoenix won, actually, if Phoenix won, it would be number 1. But at number 1, I have the 8-1 New Orleans Musicians. There have been talks of Cole Nicholas starting the games, just to see how it works out. But I don't think they're going to do this in the end because Steph Skies is the blood of that team. He's been looking a little not like himself. Last year, he had 20 touchdowns to 1 pick. Right now, he's 14 touchdowns to 6 picks. So Steph Skies, we can see, is regressing. He's not as good as he was. But maybe one more year. This is his last year. Maybe he rides off into the sunset with that. If he gets the ring this year, I think Steph Skies is going to retire, guys. But if not, maybe he keeps fighting. Maybe stays in New Orleans. Maybe he leaves. Maybe he finds a new team. Who knows? But Steph Skies will be interesting this free agency. But yeah, that's my power rankings. MVP Rich, we got number 10, Ross Williams at 208 from the LA Earthquake. Number 9, Steph Skies of the New Orleans Musicians. Number 8, Joey Adams of the Charlotte Bats. 7, Owen Castles of the New Orleans Musicians. 6, Willie Rogers of the Kansas City Wind. 5, Brian Tepps of the Phoenix Steel Monsters. 4, Sean Richardson of the Detroit Power. 3, Julio Jokes of the Phoenix Steel Monsters. 2, Taylor Little of the Detroit Power. Number 1 is Kermit Poe of the Seattle Natives. He had a great game, and it put him, apparently he was close enough, where it put him in number 1 in front of last year's MVP, trying to go 2 in a row, trying to be a repeat MVP. But Kermit Poe has something to say about that. We'll see if he can continue to keep up with the high-paced Taylor Little. And Jokes and Richardson aren't that far behind either. Same with Tepps. I think the top 5 will have probably a chance. You could make an argument for number 6, 7, and maybe 8, but they would have to have crazy games and have the other guys have not that crazy games. Let's go to the playoff picture. Relocation status 1-8 Cleveland Pirates. In the hunt, we got the number 2 seed Kansas City Wind 4-5. Number 1 seed Minneapolis Vicious 4-5. Number 6 seed I got the Houston Enforcers at 4-5. Number 5 seed Seattle Natives at 6-3. 4 seed I got the New York Businessmen at 4-5. 3 seed Detroit Pirates 6-3. 2nd seed with the bye Phoenix Steel Monsters 7-2. And the New Orleans position at 8-1 at the number 1 seed. So there you go for that. If we look at the records, quarterback yards will be broken this season by right now Kyle Shooter, and I think there might be someone else ahead, but quarterback yards record will be broken, set by Kurt Poe last year, but it's going to be broken. Quarterback touchdowns looking strong. It's at 23, but the number 1 right now is at 15. So with 3 games left, we'll see if quarterback touchdown record can keep. Quarterback completions record 265 by Brian Tepps. It's still there, but we'll see if it will get broken. Attempts still there. It's probably going to stay there because the person behind him, Daxton, is 78 away. And I don't know. We'd have to have a lot of passes in the last 3 games. So we'll see. Rushing points, 85 by Richardson. That will definitely would be broken. There's been so many rushing quarterbacks this year. It's impossible if it doesn't get broken. Interceptions, White with 16. Foster's only 1 behind him with 15. So see if that gets broken. Probably going to. Carl White, you're lucky. I don't think I'm going to go through all the records, but yeah, I don't know. I thought just going through them, but it'd take a long time. Plus, we got the 4-round mock. And after quarterback tops and offense, defense, that's when we will get right into that. So let's start with the quarterback tops. Completions, Tony Jackson, 215. Attempts, Tony Jackson, 310. Yards, Kyle Shooter, 3,465. Touchdown, Sean Richardson, 15. Interceptions, Terry Foster, with 15. Halfback tops, we got attempts with Taylor Little at 182. Yards, Taylor Little, 1,125. Touchdowns, Willie Rogers at 12. He's 1 away from tying Taylor Little with the touchdown record from last year. Broken tackles, Taylor Little, 45. Wide receiver tight end tops. Receptions, Danny Edwards, 58 yards. Albert Moore at 709, closing in on Wilbur Lamb's record of last year, which was like 758 or something. Touchdowns, Warren Bishop Ron Foyle at 6 still. Neither of them got a touchdown this week. Defensive tops, Dan Marino, solo tackles at 52. Assists is Gary Riley taking the lead now instead of him and Dave Medina co-time. He's at 45. Tackles for loss, Luke Frankie, 18. Sacks, Roland Levis, 23.5. He's going crazy. Turnovers, Byron Baxter at 7. Let me get my water. Now let's go. Do offense and defense. Worst offense in the league is the New York Businessmen. 11th Predators. 10th Enforcers. 9th Pirates. 8th Bats. 7th Gila Monsters. 6th Power. 5th Natives. 4th Earthquake. 3rd Fishers. 2nd Musicians. And the 1st Wind. Rush yards. Worst rushing offense in the league is the Charlotte Bats. 11th Earthquake. 10th Fishers. 9th Businessmen. 8th Pirates. 7th Wind. 6th Predators. 5th Enforcers. 4th Natives. 3rd Musicians. 2nd Gila Monsters. 1st Power. Passing offenses. The worst passing offense in the league goes to the Predators. 11th Power. 10th Enforcers. 9th Businessmen. 8th Gila Monsters. 7th Natives. 6th Musicians. 5th Pirates. 4th Bats. 3rd Fishers. 2nd Earthquake. And 1st Kansas City Wind. That's the offense. Now let's go to the defense. Worst defense in the league goes to the Kansas City Wind. 11th Businessmen. 10th Fishers. 9th Bats. 8th Businessmen. Wait. Oh my gosh, we have another one of these things. We gotta see what team's not on there. 3166. We'll be back in one moment, folks. Turns out it was the Predators, so let's do this again. Worst defense in the league goes to the Kansas City Wind. 11th Predators, 10th Fishers, 9th Bats, 8th Businessmen, 7th Pirates, 6th Power, 5th Gila Monsters, 4th Earthquake, 3rd Enforcers, 2nd Natives, 1st Musicians. Defensive rush. Worst defensive rush in the league goes to Kansas City Wind. 11th Earthquake, 10th Bats, 9th Businessmen, 8th Predators, 7th Fishers, 6th Pirates, 5th Gila Monsters, 4th Power, 3rd Musicians, 2nd Natives, 1st Enforcers. Pass defenses. Worst in the league goes to the Kansas City Wind once again. 11th Predators, 10th Fishers, 9th Power, 8th Pirates, 7th Businessmen, 6th Bats, 5th Gila Monsters, 4th Enforcers, 3rd Natives, 2nd Musicians, and the 1st Earthquake. That's your offense defense sets. Let's go to my 4-round mock. I made this in week 8, so the order would be, here's your order. Predators, Pirates, Businessmen, Fishers, Enforcers, Earthquake, Power, Bats, Natives, Musicians, Wind, Gila Monsters. So, yeah, obviously, it's not, wait, no, this is last year, my bad. The order is Cleveland, Charlotte, New York, LA, Minneapolis, Kansas City, Atlanta, Houston, Detroit, Seattle, Phoenix, New Orleans. So it's pretty similar. Detroit would be one behind, so they'd be picked 10 to 9. Houston's in the same area. Atlanta's a couple more up. Kansas City's same. Minneapolis is more down the board. LA would be one more up the board. New York would be a couple more down the board. Charlotte and Cleveland says it. Let's go into it. Anyways, yeah. We got Cleveland first taking Howard Butler, defensive end North. I think they need edge rusher. That's obviously clear. Don Pagan, Joshua Todd, not starting guys. So here you get Howard Butler, a star. Charlotte Bats go Rodney Holt. So hear me out. They didn't go Chad Harrison, but they could get a guy in free agency. They could trade for one. Heck, they might even keep with Phillips for one more year. I'm not a big Phillips guy, but maybe you try it one more time, and you get an offensive line. This team does not have that great of an offensive line. Let's see. The reason I'm getting Rodney Holt is because Ben Robbins. This guy was a bust. He's given up already. He's the weakest point of that offensive line. Cody Cord has 5, and he's the second most weak person on the line. But Ben Robbins has given up 13. 13 sacks. So if you get one of the best offensive linemen in the draft, you just you help out that team offensive line so much, and then you don't have to wait all the way to the second round, where it's obviously not as good as an offensive line man on the board. But then I have New York sneaking in, getting Chad Harrison, getting quarterback controversy, him against Gurnett. Who's gonna start? I don't know, but probably Harrison. LA got Blaine Bradford. They need help on the offensive line. Drafted 3 rookies for the offensive line. It ain't cutting it. Corey Shader got to go or got to get moved somewhere. Blaine Bradford probably going to be playing on the outside. He's a guard, but he could be on the outside. Fishers go Ricardo Sanchez, a great safety, a good ball hawk from East. They need safeties pretty badly. Randall Hilton and Lawrence Freeman are okay, but they really need a playmaker in that secondary. So, well, let's see. What kind of what are they doing for defensive pass against the pass? Against the pass, they're number 10 in the league, so their secondary is not that great. They need help. And Ben Robbins, I was just talking about, as we were just talking about him, what round was he drafted in? He was drafted in. Oh, yeah. Pat said she did good last year, so I was looking up the thing. He was drafted in the 6th round. The 6th rounder, do not that good. Let's see the best 6th rounder. Okay, actually. Well, Stephon Lester, he was a diamond. Ben Tyrone, he was okay. Carl's diamond. Crazy's been okay. Israel Ryan's has been okay. Stephon Lester was probably the best person. In the 7th round, you also had Bishop, who's been okay. Stanley, Daryl Toner's been decent for the Detroit Power. Hilton, again, for the Fishers. Yeah, no one really great in the 7th round, so. But yeah, again, going back to that, Ricardo Sanchez, playmaker. Kansas City, they get that defense. Literally any defensive position would help. Their offense is pretty good. Maybe get targeted later, but you need defense. Christopher Keller, probably one of the best defensive players on the board. Well, probably best guy on the board at this point. Great linebacker. Could replace Hill. Could be on the outside and replace Wesley Francis, where they probably would do it if they got him. Because Francis is not a starting linebacker kind of type. So, yeah. Atlanta, I have them going Angel Washington. Adam Carse, not the guy. They need a good playmaker. And Angel Washington and Josh Carls. Angel Washington's such a hard hitter. We've seen him do that in West. But think of him and Josh Carls playing safety. Atlanta actually have to sign Josh Carls again. But just imagine those two safeties. I would be so scared against those two. That'd be a nightmare. Houston, they go Ronnie Hart. They need to help that offensive line to secure for Warren Jones, helping that offense. The defense doesn't have problems. Usually, it's really the offense. So, helping them give some time. Maybe also helping the run game. Here's Detroit. I got them going. Probably the best pass rusher in the class. Lamar can't. Well, besides Howard Butler, it's between him and his teammate from North, Lamar Campbell. Detroit needs some pass rush. They did put Torres on defensive end, and that's helped a lot. But I think Torres is getting older. Lamar Campbell would help a lot. And who do they got right outside linebacker right now? Amadi Erickson. But yeah, probably a replacement. Maybe I don't think they'd trade William Torres. Well, let's see. Seattle, they go Walker Ikaf. They have some needs, but Walker Ikaf is a great DT. Actually, they switched William Hexel now to defensive tackle, so I don't actually think they'd go Walker Ikaf anymore. I made this like 2 weeks ago, so it's a little different. But yeah, in the situation, it seemed good. They definitely go somewhere else now. They'd probably go linebacker. But I had the team below them. Phoenix going Hans Russ, linebacker, pass rusher. Tony Migo, probably going to retire. He's not good anymore. Hans Russ, replacement, probably gonna be better. So, yeah, Phoenix helps out that defense. New Orleans, I got them going even more firepower to the offense. Hogan Miller, number 1 wide receiver in the class. He gets selected by New Orleans, and they get a steal in the class. And last year, they also went with the number 1 wide receiver, Landon Dante, in the 1st round. So here's another guy help out that wide receiver core. 2nd round, I'm not going to really give these rounds. I'm not going to give too much of information. I'm just going to tell you. We got Cleveland taking Andrew Saunders. Charlotte taking Sanford Armstrong. Actually, I'll give you the college. Andrew Saunders, North. Charlotte going Sanford Armstrong from South. New York going Brady Blackburn from South. LA going Cody Pollitt from East. Minneapolis going Ted Potter from West. Kansas City going Marvin Howell from West, I believe. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's West though. Atlanta going Marvin. Oh no, Atlanta going Hassan Cole. I think he's from South maybe. Um, Houston, I have them going Lewis McCormick from West. Detroit, I have them going Nicholas Sampson from I think North. Seattle, I have them going Arthur Santos from West. Phoenix, I have them going Terry Torgenton from East. New Orleans, I got them going Zachary Wong from South. Third round, I got Cleveland going Seth Wask from East. Charlotte, I got them going Elias Clean from East. New York, I got them going Patrick King from West. LA, I got them going Moses Sherman from South. Minneapolis, I got them going Francisco Stevenson from North. And then I have a trade for the Fishers. They trade with Kansas City. So I have them going Diego Mooney, South. Then I got Atlanta going Will Shadim. Yeah, that's the right one. Then I got Houston going Vincent Morgan. Then I got Detroit going Brent Ruiz. Then I have New Orleans trading and taking Mark Flower from North. Then I got Phoenix going Jason Kidd. I got New Orleans going Evan Pollux. And then the fourth round, I got the Pirates going Irvin Shag from West. I got the Bats going Jordan Eller from East. Oh, by the way, Kidd's from East and Pollux is also from East. I don't know if I said that. And then I got the Businessmen going Lloyd Haley from, I believe that would be West. LA, I have them going Lee Bridges from North. Minneapolis, I got them going Emmanuel Miller from South. Kansas City, I got them going Jason Kennedy from West, I believe. Atlanta, I got them going Clancy Trodes from West. Houston, I got them going Henry Berger from South. Detroit, I got them going Jerome Allen from North. Seattle, I got them going Mitchell Cross from North. Phoenix, I got them going Buddy Miles from East. And New Orleans, I got them going Forrest Manning from West. And obviously, a lot of this is going to be different from what I think now because it was just 2 weeks ago. And a lot of things have happened in college. So, yeah, going to be different for sure. Definitely, the draft will definitely be different. But yeah, there we go. And let's go to finish off the week strong before going into this week 10 where things are really getting heated up. We'll really start to shape this playoff picture. Let's go into the week 10 predictions and bold predictions. Week 10, we got the Musicians at Power for Thursday night primetime. This rivalry will really show. This is going to be a heated one. This is going to be a great game. I hope. Because the Power in this matchup are 0-3. Musicians have beat them every time, whether it's been close, I think, most of the times. But sometimes I think one of the times New Orleans beat them decently bad. But yeah, New Orleans 8-1, Detroit 6-3. We'll see if they can keep the win streak. It'd be incredible if they beat New Orleans. They'd be the best team in the league, no doubt. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. You're asking me to pick. I go Musicians. I was a Power fan, but I think the Musicians probably going to win this one. I mean, I don't know. They're in Detroit. Bold, yeah, I'll go Musicians. Bold prediction. Both quarterbacks have. No, I'm not going to say that because New Orleans defense is super good. So I'm going to say Taylor Little going up against that great run defense. Going to have at least 50 yards in the touchdown. Taylor Little. Then you got the 1 o'clock game. Gila Monsters at Enforcers. We saw this earlier in the season, but it's coming back. This is where I said Enforcers' schedule gets hard. Enforcers almost won last week, so they almost wanted to pick them. I'll go the safe route, go Phoenix. Bold prediction. They limit Brian Tepps to 2 touchdowns, either running or passing. I think that's realistic. So we'll see. Then you got Kansas City at Natives. Give me Natives. I don't even need to think about it. Bold prediction. At least 3 passing touchdowns. Or 4 touchdowns total. Running or passing. For Kermit Poe, I think he's going to go crazy. And you got the Predators at the Businessmen. I played for the Predators, but I'm not about to lose a prediction. I think the Businessmen are going to beat us. I don't know. But bold prediction, both teams will have over 20 points. I think it's going to be a close. One team will have, I don't know. Maybe that bold prediction is going to be wrong because I don't know if we'll score that much on the Businessmen, but who knows. Bats at Earthquake for the other 4:15 game. Happened a little earlier in the season. Bats won, but I think Earthquake maybe get their revenge here, and they get a win at home. I don't know. They lost at home last time, but maybe Albert Moore goes crazy against William Bats. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna go Earthquake. Bold prediction: Ross Williams has another 100-yard game. Who knows? Maybe he's getting that spark back here earlier in the season. And then to end out the week, you have the Pirates at the Fishers. Give me the Fishers. I don't think the Pirates. I wasn't a Pirates believer for like a week, but they're probably going to be relocated. I don't know. I don't know why I believed them in them for a little bit. I kind of see what their thing is now. They need help the defense. The offense is actually kind of pretty good. They just need a better offensive line, and they'd be a good team. But yeah, the weapons are there. They got the quarterback. They just need to build. So Fishers are going to win. Bold prediction: Daxon over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's my predictions, and that is the end of the week 10 podcast. Shorter than last week, but that is fine. Also, next year I think we're going to add Player of the Week and game stat records. So like sacks in the game. I think I'm going to try to add that next year. Not this year, obviously, but yeah. And then next year we'll have Madden 20. Next year, I forgot to tell you guys, Madden 21. We'll be using that game. Right now we're on Madden 20, if you can't tell. And also, X Factors will be updated, so people like Adam Carson have Superstar. He'll have normal development. And plus, people like John Richardson, they'll actually have X Factor. Taylor Lobe moved up to X Factor. Willie Rogers probably have X Factor. Hoskins should probably have at least Star. And then receivers will be a lot better because like Alvin Moore will have X Factor. Hugh Brooks still have X Factor. Eric Fitzgerald will have X Factor. Dave's probably have at least Superstar. But yeah, it's going to be great next year. I can't wait to move. Well, I really don't want to move the rosters because it's taking forever. But yeah, should be good. And I'll see you guys week 10 when we see New Orleans at Power. New Orleans at Detroit. Musicians at Power. There you go. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.